Hello, this is Ace Combat Fan here, and I'm here to talk about my experience with Ace Combat 7's multiplayer mode. But before we start, I know my voice is messed up. That's because I was streaming a lot of packs. It just destroyed my voice. That's just the story. Anyway, yes, Ace Combat 7's multiplayer mode it's really good. Even though it doesn't have co-op, it only has team deathmatch and battle royale, which is free for all. I know you guys are gonna say, "What about co-op?" Well, I did ask Kono on my interview. It was the most important question. He did answer. I understood somewhat with my basic Japanese, and I will talk about it later on. I just want to make sure the translation of what he answered is 100% accurate. Then I'll talk about it. It's coming. I will explain about that. But yeah, the Ace Combat 7's multiplayer mode it's really good, even though without the co-op. I've played a little bit, in the just past the release, and here at PAX, I've met with lots of other Ace Combat fans at the event, and the consensus is it's awesome. You can play for fun or play competitive. We ended up being competitive at the event there, but it was very fun. It was very nice. You're gonna say, oh, isn't it just like Infinity? Everyone just ends up in a turn fight and in a missile spam. No, you can do that if you want, but usually that's not what it happens. There is some more energy management, so you can't just do a loop. People usually use the high G turns to get inside the other in a turn fight, and eventually you will run out of energy, and that's when people are gonna pick you off with missiles or other weapons. So you really have to watch out for the energy. You gotta be strategic. You gotta have to aim at. You gotta be careful with what your enemy is doing. When you're targeting what's behind you, you have to manage your energy properly. It's possible to use guns, and Infinity, at least for me, it was almost impossible to use guns. You can actually do that in Ace Combat 7. And there's a whole other variety of weapons you can use guns. You can use your regular missiles. You can use your special air-to-air missiles. You can use your railguns. I'm a railgun guy. Yep. And you can also use either the TLS or your pulse lasers. They actually work in Ace Combat 7's multiplayer mode. And very important, the parts. You can use parts to improve the performance of your plane or weapons, and they're very important in your strategy that you want to employ on Ace Combat 7's multiplayer mode. Like, extremely important. They're a core part. I've seen different players with different strategies. For me, I like to just put everything for my railgun, try to get a one-shot, one-kill. It works, it's possible, it's just very hard to aim. So there's a counter to that. But you can also, I've seen a lot of people, using usually QAMs. You can go full out on those, maneuver very fast. Another tactic that I personally use is use a high power air-to-air missile. Get like some 50 meters behind the guy. When he's banking, changing direction, switching that energy, he's low on energy. Shoot the missile and he's almost dead. And there are different other attacks. A lot of people use the regular missiles. You put the upgrades on your parts. It really works. I'm making this video for those of you who are like, oh, I don't know how the game is going to be. Those of you who are going to be like, yeah, it's going to suck. Or those of you who are PC, because you're going to have to wait a little bit, sorry. Yes. But it's actually really fun. You can play for fun or competitive. In terms of competition, Ace Combat 7's multiplayer mode is esports material. I'm not even kidding. It happened at PAX. You could play at the booth there, and I played it with a lot of other Ace Combat fans. We really enjoyed. But they also had at the PAX arena. Basically, the United States Air Force was sponsoring an Ace Combat 7 tournament. I'm not even kidding. Go watch on Twitch. It's in the description. I put the links. I was hosting. We had some pro Ace Combat pro Ace Combat players there playing on Saturday. Was the first day. You can look up for Z-Tech from the Ace Combat subreddit. You can go look for Ribbon Blue from Project Lighthouse, Coleman from Twitter, Volk from Twitter, some other players there that I don't know your name, guys, but I know your faces. I saw you there. I was streaming with you. It was really fun and really competitive. I was the one who was hosting the stream, and I could see, the different tactics going on, what they were trying to do, the strategy, and I saw them change the mood changing the players. Like for example, Z-Tech, he was like, oh man, I barely got an experience game. I just finished mission 3 before coming into PAX. I have no experience whatsoever. I just want to bring down the team, you know. And then 2 matches later, he was like, okay guys, let's do this. He was super excited. It changes people. I'm not even kidding. The reaction was really good, and the matches were so interesting, so intense. People were impressed. The live stream we had at Twitch, we had a peak of 16,000 people. Yes, it was awesome. That was day one. My voice was still okay by that day. Day 2 was a little bit different because we had the actual U.S. Air Force playing Ace Combat 7 against some Twitch streamers. I believe they are famous, but I don't know them too much. Okay, I'm sorry. You can watch the stream later on. I'm sure you're gonna find the information about the players. And the guys from the Air Force, they were good at the beginning, and they learned way more at the end of the tournament. So did the streamers. They didn't have much of a good start, but they learned way more at the end. If you watch that stream, you're gonna see the evolution that they've done. So the guys of the Air Force, they were not even pilots. I think the best one there was an cyber warfare officer. So it was really interesting, and it's kind of funny because the Air Force guys, the first one, he picked an A10 for a dogfight. He told me later on he was doing that for the memes. So thank you. And they used the HUD view. I thought it just was interesting and they later at the tournament, you know, they end up switching to third-person view, and they start picking some airplanes, and then with like the F-22, and then later they turn to the I can't tell the name of the plane because there's gonna be a spoiler. So okay, if you play the game, you know the spoilery aircraft that I'm referring to, or if you watch the stream too. And we had actually a former F-15 pilot joining me in the commentary, talking about the tactics. Yes, it's actually, there's a lot of stuff in real life that is somewhat in Ace Combat. I'm not even kidding. The tactics, you know, you can just, you know, do the dogfight, do the tide turns, you know, pull the G's, you can get out of the furball, try to come back, you know, rejoin, try to snipe someone, launch multiple missiles, and you gotta be open. The Ace Combat 7 is not just, you know, focus on someone. There's a lot of opportunity. You're going to see several targets passing in front of you. You have to know when to switch, when it's a good time. You have to have a very good awareness. I know it might be intense for new players to play Ace Combat 7 because, you know, it's always, missile alarm is always on, basically. I will make some tips, videos, tutorials to explain how everything works. I'll do that in the future. It's very fun. It is very fun. If you don't believe me, ask the other people. Ask Z-Tech, ask Ribbon Blue, ask Coleman, ask Volk. They've played, and I saw their reactions. It was good. And next week, we are already planning to do an event here on YouTube, like a stream. It was the original goal I've been planning months ago, was to check if it's possible to do an esports for Ace Combat. I've seen the results today on the stream by Twitch, like officially. We were front page. Ace Combat was front page. It's sponsored by the U.S. Air Force. It was awesome. There's definitely an esports component that can be explored in the future. Kono was there. I think he liked the event. He was very excited there. It was awesome. Now I know you have concerns. You still want co-op. I know that. Okay, I know. We'll see in the future if it's gonna happen. I'll have my interview with Kono soon in the future. You see, I'm in my hotel right now. I have to go back to home, translate everything, make sure everything, the translation is all perfect. That was together with my friends, and my laptop here sucks, so there's not much I can do. That's why I'm recording this on my phone. But yeah, if you're afraid of Ace Combat 7 or you think it's gonna suck, try some 10 matches. Give it a try. It's seriously fun. It is. I have different tactics from the players that I've seen in the tournament there, in the stream, or just playing together with them. But at the end of the day, it was very fun. And I'm talking about people who are familiar with Ace Combat. They've played the previous games. They know what I'm talking about. It's a much more improved version of the previous games. But that's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I will have some more content later on, talking. I'm still in Texas. I have to get back home and make a lot of more videos, including everything. But multiplayer as well. There's a lot of things you can do. I haven't even talked about the clouds, the post-hull maneuvers, and multiplayer. I'll leave that for later. But anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't be afraid of Ace Combat 7's multiplayer. It's actually really good. If you don't take my word, maybe you're not gonna like. It's personal opinion as well. But give it a try. Don't be afraid to give it a try. And that is it. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys next time, hopefully with a better voice.